Hi friend, this is Monsieur. Again, I am here in front of you. Now I am going to discuss about what kind of services offering by the cloud. I am not taking so much time because the time is very valuable. So basically, cloud offers to the users there are three kind of services. First services is IaaS, then PaaS, then SaaS. So there is basically three type of services is offered by the clouds. So I have to understand first what do you mean by IaaS, what do I mean by PaaS, and what do you mean by SaaS. So IaaS stand for infrastructure as a service. PaaS stands for platform as a service, and SaaS stands for software as a service. So what do you mean by infrastructure as a service, and what do you mean by platform as a service, and what do you mean by software as a service? So basically, IaaS itself saying the infrastructure as a service. That means they are offering to the user infrastructure, not giving the building application, not are giving any of the software or platform. Just they are giving a infrastructure. Suppose I want to make a data center. So to make a data center, what should I know and what I require? So basically, to make a data center, we have to need first first um, huge investment. Just like we have to buy a master computer. There we have to buy buy a huge memory area. That means storage, and we have to take some wire connections. That means infrastructure. So why this required? Because if I want to make a data centers, to communicate with the data centers, we need a networking group, we need a security group, we need a cache supporting, we need a file system, and system migration. Suppose I have a data center, so data center, that means I have to use that data center, I have to access that data center. To access the data center, I need a system migration. So so also needed technicians. That means the data center is not a complex thing. Data center is built by some specialist. So that means we need to make a data center, I need a technicians. So to make the data center, we have to invest lots of money, huge money, and lots of times, as well as a lot of uh, risks is there. Suppose already I have said you what kind of risks that already I have said you, the earthquake happens, that natural earthquake happens in your buildings. So this is very risky things to make a data center, because we are not a person to make a multiple data centers. So if I talk about the medium company or the small startup company, so they don't have huge money, so they can't make the multiple data centers. That's why clouds offerings to the company or the users that we will handle all the infrastructure levels, all the hardware levels infrastructure. We will provide you a plat we will provide as a service. You use your service just like your data centers. You can make your data center in the platform our area. Okay, we are maintaining our your data, but you just use our area as a data center. That means they are giving a infrastructure level service. If you talk about matching, if you talk about the security, if you talk about the networking connections, and and system migration, all the systems they are giving by default. You just use our services and make your data center as your wish in our area, in our platform. So this is basically called the infrastructure as services. Okay, so therefore you don't have to invest so much money. You can buy our area as your own demands. Whichever you are require, you can take, otherwise you leave it. So you suppose as your company you need a 100 TB storage. Just I'm as an example I'm saying, suppose you are the beginner company, you are the startup company, so you don't have a huge storage. You need a 1,000 TB storage. So to make a 1,000 storage data centers, you have to invest lots of money. So you don't have to you don't have to take care of all these things. You just take your thousands TB storage from our area, and you make your data center from our area. We will handle your data. That means you don't have to headache on the security. That means we are replicating your data for the multiple locations. If suddenly on natural problem happens, so you will get the data from our replication area regions. So there will not be possible to lose the data. So that's why this is called the infrastructure as a service. Then I'm talking about the what is the platform as a service. So platform as a service means we are maintaining infrastructure level. We are maintaining infrastructure level. Suppose a startup company. Suppose a startup company, they don't have data center. Even they don't have they are not interested to take the infrastructure as a service, because if you take the infrastructure as a service, again you have to take the technicians, because again you need a technicians. Without technicians can be possible to migrate, because they are offering an infrastructure, all the infrastructure, but as per your requirement you have to migrate your infrastructure, you know, for your platform. So that's why as a small level company, or you can say the big level also company, so they are not taking any headache for these problems. Some of times some company is interested to take the platform as a service. So some company is interested for the platform as a service. That's because we don't need any extra technicians, huge technicians. We don't need any extra migration problems. We didn't need any security problem. We don't have to buy any cache storage or blah 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 or something, just like a file system manager. All these things, because all these things taken care by the clouds. So basically this in this approach they are offering basically platform as a service. That means they are offering all the platforms. They are giving the machines, they are giving the way of the application development, they are giving the decision support, they are giving the web supporting, they are giving the storing, all the requirement as your requirements they are offering. You just buy a particular platform and use your systems. You don't have to take any extra headaches. So this is basically overcome the platform as a service. Then I'm going to talking about the software as a service. So what do you mean by software as a service? So sometimes some company or some user is interested with the only software. Suppose I am a startup shopping cart company. So as a shopping cart company, I need a mailing system. I need a also e-cart websites or CRM systems or ERP systems. So to make a ERP system as well as to maintain a ERP system, we need a huge much money, because first of all I have to develop the ERP systems. For this reason I have to invest huge money. Secondly, we have to maintain the secure, we have to give the huge money. That's why the cloud is offering the software as a service. You just buy and use your system, just like email services, CRM, collaborator,